Hey guys, Matt Hoots here with Sawhorse, and I'm at a friend's house, and we're talking about this beautiful refrigerator right here, but unfortunately, sometimes when you're trying to install a perfect appliance in an imperfect opening, you need to deal with the cabinetry to make the adjustments so the fridge can go in. So what we have right here is basically it converges as you go down. So at the top, you've probably got an inch gap. Come down here, it's about a ½ inch. We put a level on it, and when we looked at the bubble, we noticed that from this point to where it reaches the countertop, it's about a ½ inch off. And the reason that happened is not because of the appliance installation, it's not because of the countertop installation. These guys are just working with what the cabinet guys did. Unfortunately, it looks like the cabinet guys made a mistake, and basically this mistake compounds over time. So what happened is it looks like they installed the upper cabinet. The upper cabinet's actually pretty good. We tested the plumb of this end panel, and the upper cabinet looks good. What happened is when they installed this lower cabinet, somehow it got shifted over a little bit. My thoughts are they're trying to avoid this back band that they put on this casing over here, so they shifted it over a little bit. So our solution for this is going to be to remove this countertop, remove this base cabinet, shift it over, adjust this end panel so it's plumb. That way you've got a consistent reveal from the top to the bottom, and this fridge is going to look great. So the first thing we're going to do for this, and again, this is not going to take a lot of carpentry. This is just essentially removing and resetting. So the first thing we're going to do is take off this casing right here, because this casing wraps around and goes around the edge of this countertop. Now I don't want to have to recut this countertop, so what we're going to do is take this countertop, and because it butts right up to this ½ inch drywall, and again, the key is ½ inch, we're going to shift it over ½ inch. We can actually cut out the drywall ½ inch, shift it all the way to the studs, and refinish to that. And I've done this in my house because I was working on this one countertop in my house, and in a bathroom, the wall was out of plumb. I had a pre-built countertop and it didn't fit right, so I basically cut into the drywall, finished it, it kind of conformed to the edges and worked really well. So once the countertop is off, we might have to take the backsplash off. I'm not sure. Hopefully we can just cut this and leave the back one in place, because again, the end panel seems to be okay at that point. So we just need, I think it's just the front that needs to come over. So this countertop, or this cabinet, it looks like it's a standard box cabinet, but I believe it has a filler piece over here. So that's the only carpentry that really needs to be done, is this filler piece probably needs to be cut down ½ inch. That way this whole box can be shifted over, the countertop can be shifted over, and that way this panel right here can be moved over as well. That way you can have a consistent reveal that's plumb all the way from the top to the bottom. So once this box is shifted over, I'm going to put the countertop back in place, and also make sure this end panel is plumb before you put the countertop in. You got to do a little bit of drywall work over here, not a big deal. Put this back in place, put the drywall in place, and then the appliance guys can come back, because you have these beautiful face panels on this refrigerator, but unfortunately, because you have this reveal right here, it's kind of throwing things out. We need proper airflow. So we want to make sure that we've got good airflow all the way around per the manufacturer specifications. And because this is a face frame, we can also, on the edge of this panel right here, they can put a piece, instead of putting a filler strip on the inside, on the face of this, they can put a 1x all the way from the top to the bottom. That way, the face of that lines up with the face of these cabinets. So hopefully, this solution works. I can't wait to see what the outcome of this is. But again, it's just a matter of readjusting to fix a mistake from what somebody did when they built the house. They didn't check to make sure that the edge of the cabinet on this side lined up with the base cabinet, and unfortunately that kind of threw off the appliance installation and also some of the other parts of the kitchen. All right, so one last thing, you have a ½ inch reveal over here. So if you shift all this over, you're gonna lose this reveal. One of the beautiful things about box cabinetry is this is actually screwed on as the face frame to the cabinet. So what you do is you just take this front off, you can shift this over to make sure that you've got an even reveal on both sides. So even though we're moving the cabinet over, you can make adjustments to the doors and also the drawer to make sure everything lines up, and then you're not running into the trim over here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys have problems like this, make sure to hit like and subscribe, put your question in the comments, and we'll answer your questions as well. Thanks again, see you guys next time.